Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours, you guys are the real MVP. So I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where there is this video that is actually trending on a social platform where, some group of black people are actually helping a woman out to take all of her belongings out from the house because of the fire that took place in LA. But the thing is that some group of pink color people decided to twist the story and make it look like these people were actually looting a property. This particular video was also circulating all over the social platform, and black people were not having it because they are so done with the way at which black people's name has been spoiled. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
I'm tired of people speaking negatively about the black community. I'm tired of seeing fake headlines painting black people in a bad light to get some attention. I'm tired of people justifying their racism and hatred and diverting it to black people who for the most part mind their own business and positively contribute to society. Black people are net positive to any community that gets the pleasure of being around them. Most black men and women are very upstanding individuals. Do you know the level of discipline most black families have to go through just to try to fit into America from back in the day? It doesn't matter how hard we try, how much we contribute, what we do, everything we accomplish, what we invent, no matter what, it still comes back down to this weird focus and obsession with hating black people. And I don't get it. This video is in response to the looting headlines circling LA. They're saying that looting is occurring in LA while these fires are going on. I'm sure there is. However, the only video that came out was a bunch of black people in a house moving stuff out of the house with fire trucks and policemen all around the house. So you truly believe that these people are robbing a house right in front of policemen and firemen? So the neighborhood is too nice. It can't be their house they're moving their stuff out of, very calmly, walking very slowly. What is this weird societal obsession with taking all your rage and hatred out on the black community? I don't understand it. We have put up with this all of our lives and it still continues today. It doesn't matter how successful we get. It doesn't matter how much we contribute. These are the same headlines that I saw as a kid that made me not want to be black because I was taught by America to hate myself because black people are bad. Is the black community that profitable at the expense of how the world views them? Skit coming soon. And guess what? If people are looting and some of them happen to be black, they're bad people, not bad black people. Let's get that straight.
So people across social media are using this video with the caption, "People are actively looting and breaking into homes during the worst natural disaster in the history of California." And I'm going to show you the video, but I want you to remember this outfit, this person, as well as this person and the house. And I want you to ask yourself as you watch this video, do you really think that people are taking videos of themselves as they carry televisions out of houses doing looting ahead of a wildfire? So let's take a look at the video. It's in Rocky Raccoons are so quick to want to paint black people in the worst possible light as possible that they don't even stop and do any research before they start sharing false information. Let's take a look at what really was going on in the video that they're using. And thank KTLA TV for this interview with a family that was trying to get stuff out of their house ahead of the fire. Let's take a look.
And their friends emptied this house out of a bunch of their stuff just in case the fire got here. I'm going to talk to Elijah. You live here. You live here as well? Okay. What's your name?
Tiandra.
Tiandra. I'm Chip. We were talking to Elijah about this a little bit ago. You guys got a lot of your friends. Kind of tell us how this all came together. You got a lot of stuff out. What did you...
So I'm not finished. Understand, this is a single mother with 3 children, and some friends got together to help her save some things in her house with her sons.
Rude guy right there. I yelled at him and cussed him out because he act like he don't understand. Like, we trying to get our stuff. You going home tonight. We not. And we just got what we could get. That's all we can do. We got to start over.
And how many of y'all live here?
Me and my 3 kids.
You don't know where you're going next?
Nope, but I'm going somewhere.
So this young lady has 3 children, and those were the boys you saw out there. And she had some friends help her get some stuff out of her house ahead of the fire because it was already burning in the backyard. Now, I asked you to remember this picture because now you can see the house, and that's the house that's in the background. And I also asked you to remember this picture. Now, let's go back to the interview where she's talking about the people who got together to help her save as much as she could out of her house.
Get all these folks. These all friends, family.
They are. My brothers work for the city of Pasadena. They wet the vegetation before the firefighters came. The Compton firefighters.
Of course, looting. I'm just going to leave this right here and leave this right here also. Yeah, facts matter.
You know, something seemed very off about this. For one, that camera motion was just super smooth. It was as if it was taken by a professional cameraman. Maybe that was just me, but, you know, and then two, the fact that the camera is like right there in these people's faces and they weren't trying to hide their faces. They didn't have a sense of urgency. They weren't running, trying to just hurry up and just get as much as they can as fast as they could, as looters typically do. I thought that was kind of suspicious, right? So check this out. So I found this footage. This is from a news channel. Did that house seem familiar? Those people seem familiar? So these people were literally this woman's relatives trying to get her valuable possessions out of the house before it burned down. And she was even giving the fire department praise for what they did. And you idiots on here want to sit there and reframe it, all for the purpose of just trying to portray black people as some sort of criminals in the middle of a tragedy. In the middle of a tragedy. Get a life. I'm going to say it like this. If you're going to use tragedy as a false way to spread your racism and your racist views and to try to lie about a particular demographic, you have lived on this earth entirely too long. And it's time for that to end.
So this video came across my FYP page. It really kind of pissed me off, but not for the reason that you would think. No, it doesn't look like people looting. That's not what that looks like to me. That looks like to me people are desperate and they're trying to grab their belongings any way they can to evacuate. Anybody would go, it doesn't surprise me how quickly somebody would go out of their way to take a nondescript clip and add some false text to paint false imagery to make the brown man look bad. These people are desperate. They're running out of options. They're grabbing their belongings and evacuating the best that they can. Shame on you for whoever posted this originally.
People are looting homes in LA during the fires.
Oh no, what's happening?
People are taking advantage of the LA fires and they're starting to loot homes. So far, 20 have been arrested.
They released the names of those people?
They haven't released any names. However, a video of a group of black people looting a home was recently released.
How did they know they were looting a home?
How did they know? It was a nice neighborhood. The houses were very expensive. I just can't believe they had the balls to do it in front of a bunch of police officers and firemen. If it walks like
a
dog,
black people entering a house and looting stuff out of the house because a fire was nearby, and there's a bunch of police trucks and fire trucks all around them. And you think they're looting right in front of the policemen and firemen?
Yes, they were carrying items and people were recording them. They had bags of items and were taking their time.
Okay, so they can't be moving their stuff out of their house. They must be stealing or looting. Is there any other video we have proof?
Well, some people are verifying they did say
house?
they were moving stuff out of their house, but no one on the internet knows about that.
Why are you
yet.
asking so many questions? I don't understand this racist rhetoric and this narrative that's constantly being painted about black people. Black people are a constant net positive to any community that gets the pleasure of being around
What about
them.
people who are racist because they genuinely didn't know any better? Like people who use the false statistic of 13% not true and only further their hatred for no reason.
Black people ever again.
Okay, so what if you're wrong about all this and it turns out they were looting?
Check it out. If they were looting, they
they deserve to go to prison because they're bad people.
But
not because they're bad black people, because they're bad people.
You wouldn't defend
we don't even know the story. You see a black person with some stuff in their hand inside a nice house, so they must be looting.
You act like people are looking to project their own self-hatred onto somebody else. Why are you going so hard?
Because how many times am I going to have to see a negative headline and somehow it all gets diverted to black people? When we mind our business, we do our best to help others.
My coworker is pretty helpful now that I think about it.
We get time and time again people talking negative about us and making fake stories about us to contribute to this weird
Look,
fear
deep down inside, I do know the black community is a great community, but it's too late! Racism 2025!
But why are you like this?
To be honest, I hate myself a lot and I'm looking for someone else to project it on.
My sense of supremacy is actually a sense of inadequacy. I can't take responsibility for my own negative feelings, so I make you responsible for them.
I'm also severely uneducated.
Fact of the matter is I don't look down on you. I look up to you.
I just want to be strong and you're the epitome of that. To me, anyway.
Well, I have no choice but to hate you!
Y'all go look at the comments. Just do me a favor and go look at the comments. And see, when I post videos on here and you have a whole lot of people saying, not everybody is like that, not everybody is like that. But when you see a comment section full of people, like I understand a lot of these people, they're bots. But this is why I say black culture is widely consumed with no respect or regard or empathy for the people that created that culture. Because had this had been another race, you know what you will see in these comments? You'll see a lot of, how do you know that these are that they were looting? How do you know that even if they were, they would stand up because it's just like, there's no way, like my people wouldn't do that. But when y'all see black people, y'all like, okay, they will do that. It's crazy. It's crazy. But then these are the same people that be like, I don't understand what all the division is about. We should supposed to be sticking together and this and that and this and that. Well, how do we stick together if you see one thing on a TikTok, on social media, knowing how they do us, and then you just start commenting? You didn't fact check. None of these people in this comment fact checked anything. They didn't care. They just started spewing it. Boo, 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 this and this and this and this and the mayetes, all it, like you can't make this shit up. And this is my point exactly. And it's like, that's why I will die on the hill. Can't nobody convince me that people want to be solitude with us. Like maybe some of the cultures, maybe some people in these cultures, but the culture as a whole, they want to consume our culture while putting us down and making us seem like we're just the lowest of the lowest. We're just this, we're this, we don't work, we don't do this, we don't do this. Meanwhile, a lot of the stuff that they have in their homes, that they listen to in their ears, that they see with their eyes, is literally because of the work that black people have put in America. It blows my mind. But this is my point exactly. Just go look at the comments. Just go read down. Just read down the comments. Just because of one person on TikTok, we don't even know who the person is. Just a bot page that we don't know who it is, and they post it, and then that's just that. I can't make this shit up. And I'm going to take it a step further. This is another reason why I do not date outside my race. And there's not a black person on this planet that's going to convince me to do so. Because even if the person that I'm not in love with may not think about this, or think about me or my people like this, somebody that they're related to does. And that's enough. That's enough for me. I'm over. Like, I'll be like, you may not think that way, but the fact that you have a dad, an uncle, a cousin, a brother, a sister, somebody out there, an uncle, an auntie, a grandma, that you have somebody out there that would think this way about me, why would I ever open my womb or anything else to, like, my heart, my soul? Because couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I mean, to each his own, though.
You know, that's pretty sad that somebody would put out a video like this for it to spread throughout social media, claiming that these people are looting when these people are actually evacuating their own home because they are unfortunately in a fire zone in California. But definitely not looting. That's their own home. And they were told that they had to evacuate. So they're just trying to take as much things as they can. Yeah, that's really pretty sad, you know, that these people are already faced with possible devastation, and then somebody would just go ahead and just make a video and put it out there, making it seem like the people are stealing. I just hope that original video gets taken down, and if so, all the others to follow. And then I hope that all the people that posted all those nasty comments, that you just find it within yourself to apologize. Erase your comment, and everybody that's circulating this video under the impression that these people are looting, you need to take your video down.
Something, brother.
America has to have a scapegoat because every narcissistic environment has to have a scapegoat. And believe me, America is a narcissistic environment. And what do narcissists have to do? They have to deflect from their own toxicity. And what is the best way to do that? It's to point the finger at somebody else, usually the person that the narcissist is harmed. And so they have to engage in this projection. So imagine this. Everything that America has done, they typically say of black people. They'll say black people were violent. The United States literally came and committed a genocide against people and killed them all. Black people still. America literally stole people from another continent. Black people lie. America literally tries to whitewash its entire history. It's all a matter of projection. Now, the solution or the question for black people is, well, what do we do in light of being America's scapegoat? Well, typically, what most psychologists will say is that the scapegoat has to go no contact. And for a lot of black people, that's problematic because America is the only place that they've ever known. But that's why I advocate for black people becoming global citizens, learning international economics and finance and how to jump from country to country so that they can give themselves and ourselves options. So yeah, that's the obsession that America and racist America has with black people. It's a matter of projection. They can't handle their own toxicity. And so they've had to take that and put it on the group that they've harmed. I hope that helped.
And I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, he's reaching. Ain't that bad being black? Everything we do somehow is going to be demonized. It was black folks in California helping people, and y'all instantly turned that shit to, oh my God, they're looting. Anything black folks do, y'all gonna find a negative way. Do you know how many cases there have been to where people were obviously lying and they describe some black guy out there, give a perfect description, and then the cops go out on some power tripping manhunting shit and arrest a shit ton of black men that had nothing to do with that crime, justifying that that person was lying instead of doing their due diligence? And that's just, oh well, oopsie, it happens. Being black is not as fun as it's cracked up to be. Everybody want to steal everything from us, but we don't get no fucking credit for it. We built this goddamn country and we don't get nothing for it. The minute we want to work for free, now we fucking lazy. That the minute, the second we like, hey, can we get some equality? Can we get some anti-hate laws? Can we get some fucking, reparations? You don't need it. Forget your history. It wasn't that bad. It was 400 years ago. Leave it alone. The fact of the matter is, you can't live with us and you can't live without us. And that's just where we are now. But all we wanted was to be left the fuck alone. And y'all lazy asses couldn't even do that. But somehow we're the problem, right?
WMS. It's a straight up white people thing. These are perpetuating dangerous and racist stereotypes that are not accurate at all, and only lend towards more hatred. And we're seeing more of that because that's the kind of country that this is turning into. Not that it wasn't before, it just wasn't as blatantly obvious and open about its racism like it is now. At least not since the 1950s. And that's what these folks are wanting to move back into, is that kind of ideology that shows no credence to the realities of life. Absolutely go back and watch this whole thing. He makes solid points.
Like, seriously love this. The way at which some people will always be on a standby to look for an opportunity to put the name of black people in the mood is so alarming. The way at which they are just looking for any given opportunity, any small, opportunity that they have, they take it as, or they grab it as soon as possible to create a very wrong narrative about people that looks like me. And this is not the first time something like this has happened. This is not even the second time. This is something that has been happening over and over and over again. So, this video has actually circulated all over the social platform, both TikTok, Instagram, and all of that, because of some group of black boys whom were probably helping. I think she's actually a single mom with 3 kids and all of that, helping her with her television and all, because the outbreak is already at the back of her house. So she's just taking every measure, every precautions, and probably those guys decided to help out. And somebody somewhere decided to film, recorded it, posted all over the social platform, and said that some people are so ashamed that they looted. And the worst part is that the comment section, oh my god, the comment section is giving Ray and Sis still exist to date. That is just what it's giving. A lot of people were like, oh, it is actually this black ninjas. It is like, oh my goodness, there are so many commentaries over there that I cannot even put it up here because it was so disgusting, and I don't believe that even in 2024 people still have this mindset that when something wrong is happening, or when then it's people that looks like me probably are the ones that is responsible, even when these people are helping out, even when these people are minding their own business. Some group of people will still look for a way to taint their name, to downgrade their, I don't know, their personality and all of that. Seriously. So these guys are just doing or helping out. Then some people really do not find it so appealing, and they use it as a means to taint someone's name. And not only did they do that, they have to put it all over the social platforms, and a lot of people leaving some kind of commentaries that will just make you ask yourself, why is it that people like this, why is it that we are so hated? Why all over the world, even at the means of doing the right thing, even at the means of helping out, trying to be a good human being, to help your fellow human being, it doesn't sit well with people. They use it as a way to designate black people, to rub their name into the mirror and try to make them look like, oh, some group of terrible people. Like, seriously. When I saw this, what actually came into my mind was that, oh, this guy is probably helping. But I was so shocked that people have to put that capture. I was like, this does not really look like, loading or something, because if that should be the case, who is going to be loading and also, capturing the events? Like, I don't know why when people actually want to do or say something, they don't really think. They don't think properly before, coming out in public to publicize something that does not even make sense. I wanted to put all of the videos here, but you know how it is. I just, limited to some things. Like, seriously, this is not the first time. During the time of hurricane, oh my goodness, they have to go ahead to publish a video that was like 10 years or 5 years ago, giving that narration of people that looks like me looting. This is just what they are good at, looking for every means, every opportunity to put the name to the mud. Like, I don't understand. And when people like us decide to stitch video, cut all of their shenanigans out, you are being told that, oh God, why are you making everything about race? You are even being called a black supremacist. Somebody left a commentary in my section, calling me a black supremacist. Like, is it when you tell the truth, when you say the way it is, that means That is just giving. We knew whatever we are doing. We know what we are doing. We just don't want you to say it. When I saw that comment, I was like, I checked the profile. I was like, okay, you can just say whatever you want to say. But the thing is that the truth will still prevail. Okay, look at this. Just look at what really happened now. Some group of people doing their thing, trying to help out, and now they've been tagged terrible people. Then someone like us decide to call out and try to correct people. You are being labeled a black supremacist. Like, I don't get it. So you want us to see where someone is being oppressed or someone is being done, especially people that look like us, which we are always in the receiving end. So you just want us to just keep quiet and allow all of the shenanigans to complete. So how do you think that all of the things or variances will produce or will end if you don't call it out? Like, seriously, it's so disappointing that in 2025 people still have that same mentality of trying to label some group or some race bad while the other one's good. Like, these guys are supposed to receive an award of helping out, but because of the way at which people that looks like may have been labeled, like, even if they see you doing something right, you are automatically doing something wrong. Just the way at which when you go for shopping or you want to get something in most of these grocery stores, the way they look at you, follow you as if you're coming there to steal. This is just what is given, you know? This is racial profiling. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So guys, if you've not subscribed to this channel or to this extent, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. Just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.